25 of the Bluework. If you're at 25, you should have completed your Photoshop work in Photoshop, and you should have done your portrait and then also your full body photo. So the next step is to start working on the magazine spreads in InDesign. So the first thing you should do is open InDesign. Make sure you do not open Illustrator or Photoshop. You're going to need InDesign. So after you do that, you'll go to File, New, Document. You want it on inches, 8.5 by 11. You want facing pages to be checked. The next thing you want to do is make sure this isn't unlocked. You want it to be on unlocked. The top margin you want to be 1. The bottom, 0.7. Inside, I would say 1. Outside, 0.7. Now this is just kind of a personal preference, but I'll show you why in a second. Now you want to make sure you have your windows open. I like to have open, so you would go to Window and make sure you have Pages open. I also like to have open Type, Character, and Paragraph. You might use Stroke, so you want Pages for sure though, and Layers. And those are the basics. And you might want swatches open. Okay, so after you do that, you're going to go to your pages over here. Hold down on the Control key, click your mouse, and go to Duplicate Spread. Now you have 2 pages. And then do it one more time. Now you have 3 pages. This top one we're not going to worry about. We're just going to focus on this inside spread here. So this is a page right here, and this is a page. If you notice how we set up our margins, there's more white space on the top. That's always a good thing to do for magazine spreads. Having more white space at the top just makes it look more elegant. This is a magazine spread, so there's going to be a fold here. So that's why we gave ourselves a little bit more room on the inside margins. And then we should be good to go. So what I'm going to do is this left page is where I want to put my photo. I don't have a photo, so I just grabbed a model photo. And we're going to use that. So I'm going to go to File, Place, grab my model, click once on the whiteboard. Okay. Now I'm going to grab the bottom right point like I did, move it to here. I want this on the black line. Double click to grab your photo, hold down on your shift key, and expand it to whatever size you want. For me, I don't want all this background stuff. I just really want the girl to be the focus. So I'm going to play with that until I have it how I like it. You can go over if you want. I'd like you to have a good reason why you would go over to the second page, but that is a possibility. So for me, I'm just going to take up the whole left page with my photo, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the right side page, grab my text tool, and I'm going to pretend like this is an article about me. So I'll put, let's see, Ella Talks Art. Let's say that's the name of the article. And then for the header, this is a good opportunity for you to pick a more decorative font, something that goes with the photo that you took. I'm going to center it. I'm also going to color drop this dress so that it kind of matches. Okay. Then I'm going to bring this up just to stay organized. Command C, Command V to copy. And I'm just going to make up a name, written by Jane Crawford. And then I'm going to make this a lot smaller, like 18. And I'm also going to change this to a different type, but maybe bold and in color so it stands out a little bit. Okay, and again, you can move that up just to help you stay organized. I'm not crazy about this olive color, so I'm going to double click down here, and I'm going to pick something that is a little bit prettier, a little bit more springish looking, but still matches her dress. And same for this. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to take my mouse to cover this type, go up here, File, New Color Swatch, okay. And now I have that saved as a swatch, so then I can go back and have that match my other type. Okay, now I'm going to add the body. Command C, Command V. And I'm probably going to move this down just to give myself some white space on the top. I'm going to change this type to Archer. For magazines or books or anything with a lot of paragraphs that's in print, I would always suggest using serif. It's easier to read if you use a serif font, so I'm going to choose Archer. And for the point size, when you do a magazine about this size, I would suggest about 10 or 11. I'm going to go to 11, and I'm going to double click here, and I'm going to change my type to 94K. You don't ever want to use color type. You want to use black or some version of black. I don't like using a hard black. I think it looks a little cheap, so I usually make it about 94, 95 black. Okay, now I'm going to